to talk really quick about generational curses. A lot of people like to say, and this is one of my pet peeves, I hate when people say this, one of my pet peeves is that people love to say, oh, it runs in my family. People love to say high blood pressure, which is hypertension, diabetes. They love to say these things run in their family. Let me tell you something. High blood pressure, high glucose, these things are not hereditary. These things are generational curses that have to be broken. Our body is our temple. That's what the Bible tells us. So we have to be mindful of the things that we eat. So, if we're eating all these greasy foods, fattening foods, sugary foods and beverages, then of course our blood pressure and our glucose is going to be very high, which that's not good. So we got to be mindful of the things that we're eating and drinking. It's okay sometimes or every now and then to have those things. Also, moderation and portion control is very important when consuming whatever it is that you eat. A little bit of something, a little bit of ice cream, I don't see anything wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? If you eating it in moderation and you not eating a whole half a gallon by yourself, you know what I'm saying? Or you not eating a pint at one sitting. You know what I'm saying? It's about portion control. So, and again, that goes back to self-control, one of the fruits of the spirit. So we just have to have self-control and eat those things in moderation. Now, like I was telling my friend yesterday, my personal trainer, I was like, listen, baby steps. All this is new to me. And you know what I'm saying? Because he was like, this was before he even knew that I have high blood pressure. He didn't even know yesterday. I didn't even know yesterday until last night, until after I left the gym and checked my blood pressure when I got home. So this conversation that we had was prior to me finding out about my high blood pressure. And so, when I was talking to him yesterday, I was just telling him some of my struggles. And I was like, he know the type of foods that I like to eat because we used to work together, and we both love some of the same foods and snacks. Although he's way more disciplined than I am, but we like some of the same things. However, he does work out. Of course, he's a personal trainer, so he's very active and fit, but you can still have health issues even being fit. So I was telling him, I was like, look, baby steps, because all of this is new to me, and my weaknesses is sugar, sweets, and junk food, carbs, starches. He knows this. I was like, you got to take it slow with me, like I'm a beginner. And he was like, you may have to go cold turkey. And I was like, listen, it's like a drug. It's like telling a drug addict that they gotta go cold turkey. Like, it's kind of the same thing. But like I was telling him when I finally told him this morning, I called him and I told him about my high blood pressure. And now he's gonna be really on me, which I don't blame him, as he should. He needs to hold me accountable as my friend and my personal trainer. But he's gonna be even more harder on me now that he know about my blood pressure and probably my blood sugar too. And so he's definitely gonna hold me accountable, as he should. And so even with my friend, we took my daughter to the park yesterday, and she is also, I asked her would she be my accountability partner this morning, and through text message, because I was at work, and she said yes. And I was like, well, I'll be your accountability too. Now my friend, she doesn't even know about my blood pressure because I haven't told her yet, but she may see this video before I tell her or talk to her or whatever. So y'all take this seriously. I know several people that have died young. I'm talking about 40s, 50s. Okay, it's not a game. Like, for all you smokers out there, listen, it's not worth it. I'm telling you, like, I never was a smoker. Like, I used to play around a little bit with weed here and there and Black and Milds and stuff, like 5 years ago before I got saved or whatever. But that was never my DOC. That was never my drug of choice. It was never weed, and blacks was never my drug of choice. I was always more of a wine drinker, but I did used to hit the the green stuff. Gotta be careful what I say, because I don't want them to flag my video. But I did used to a little bit from time to time or whatever. But I haven't smoked in 5 years, and I'm proud of myself, like, cause I have, you know, smelled weed and you know, have been around people who smoked or whatever. I had an ex that smoked weed after I got saved. A guy that I was involved with, a couple of guys that I was involved with over the past couple of years who was weed smokers. So listen, if you trying to stay on the right track and then you around somebody that do something that you don't do no more, that could be very tempting. But I'm proud of myself because I didn't give in to the temptation. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, I ain't smoked in 4 or 5 years. I ain't finna go back and do something, you know, that God set me free from. So, you know, a lot of people don't see nothing wrong with smoking weed. I ain't here to tell nobody what to do or not to do, but I'm just saying, like, the cigarettes, the vaping, the Black and Milds, those things are not good for us at all. So if you do any of those things, you need to, you know, you need to try to cut that off, because I know people that have died, you know, and they, like I said, 40s and 50s. My granddaddy was a smoker. He used to smoke cigarettes, and he died from a heart attack at the age of 50 in 2001. And so, you know, like, man, them blacks and them cigarettes, that ain't what you want. That is a way to leave up out of here quickly. It's not no joke, especially if you overweight or if you stressed or if you got other pre-existing conditions or whatever. Like, that's not what you want. They're smoking. Like, I know people who have died from smoking and, you know, not taking care of themselves and drinking too much alcohol, and they had, like, that's not what's up.